Okay, let's take a peek inside of the contributors area. Once you've signed up, you will log in and get your welcome page. This is your home page, and you can always get here by going to home. Now, there are some basic information pieces that you need to have, and of course, here's how you earn points. The entire giveaway system is based on a points system. So the more points you have, the more points you can spend. So you earn points by confirming your email for 10 points. And then each contributor that you sign up earns you 3 points. Each member that signs up is 1 point. And then if somebody in your downline upgrades from whatever level they happen to be up to the next level, that's another 10 points. So what happens then is that you accumulate points. Right now, for example, I have 400 points, and I'll soon have 410 as soon as I confirm my email. So I'll be continuing to earn points as we go, and you'll see how that will play into it. Next, here's how you can spend points. So you can get points for adding a gift. It's going to cost you 15 points to add your gift. You can add your profile for 1 point. You can add a banner for 30 points. And you can add a paid offer for 30 points. So let's take a look at each one of these options and see how this works. If you want to do a paid offer, here's where the special offers appear. And what happens then is that you can actually sell a product. In selling the product, what happens is that you are paying an affiliate fee to other contributors here. So if, for example, I happen to sell one of Chris Cobb's rebrandable viral ebook packages, I'm going to earn an affiliate fee off of that. So that's where my earnings are going to show up over here in finances. So if you have something that you want to offer on a for sales page, then here's the place that you would do it, and you would actually contribute it by going over to your contributions page and submitting a regular paid offer. Now when you look at the offer, what you're actually looking at is an actual sales page. So that's essentially what you want to be prepared to do if you have an offer. These special offers are offered to people between the time they sign up. You saw one or more as you were signing up. Between the time you sign up and the time you actually get into your account, every time you log in, you're going to see one of these special offers. And of course, if that's an offer you want to pass up, you can just scroll to the bottom of the page, and it will always have a link down here to continue to your account. Now, that's the special offers. Now, let's go back over here to our home. Remember, we can spend our money in different ways. Another way that we could spend our money is by adding our profile. Profiles show up over here in the top marketers area, and it costs you 1 point to add your profile. But one of the things that you'll notice is that you have a good amount of space over here, for example, to put an image of some sort. You have a link to your blog, a link to your website, and your Twitter and Facebook. So it's a good way to get your name out there. You'll also notice as you're scrolling through this that you'll recognize some of the other names and faces. And as you get further down the page, it looks like there's about 10 of these per page. Well, interestingly enough, there's only about 4 pages of them, and therefore there's probably only 40 people who have posted their profile. So if you would like to be listed among the top marketers, then you would probably want to submit your profile. Notice that submitting your profile, according to our points down here, it's going to cost you 1 point to add your profile. So if nothing else other than you confirming your email got you 10 points, and then you added your profile for 1 point, you still have 9 points left. Now you do have an option when you add your profile that you could upgrade it. And when you want to appear closer to the top of the top marketers, then you would want to put more points into your profile. So we'll talk about how to add things to your profile shortly. Now the other thing you want to be aware of is that you can have banners. So you'll notice that at the top of every page, and again at the bottom of every page, there is a banner. The nice thing about that is that you can have your banners spread throughout the site. A banner is going to cost you 30 points. So just as a paid offer, one of your sales pages appearing before anybody gets to anything else in the site is 30 points. Likewise, a banner is going to cost you 30 points as well. And then, of course, adding your gift is going to cost you 15 points. So let's say you joined as a free contributor and you don't have any points. You're going to get 10 points for just confirming your email. But then you need at least 5 more points before you can contribute your gifts. Now, where does that become important? When we come over here and we look at the statistics. Here are some statistics that are really interesting to you because this is going to give you an idea of the types of points you need to have in order to be successful. Here are gift stats. Notice that people have different gifts up here, but look how many points they have that they have contributed toward their gifts. So let's say that there are 10 people on the first page of gifts. And in fact, if you come over here and you look at your downloads and you were to look at the free gifts, what you'll find is that there are 10 offers per page. So sure enough, if you want to be on that first page of gifts, which of course is to your advantage to be on the first page, then when you come over here and you look at statistics, what you want to do is find out what's it going to take for you to break into that top 10 on site statistics. Well, number 10 right now has 135 points. And of course, these points will continue to be climbing as we go. So one of the things that you need to know is that in order to really get to that top level, where you're going to be in page 1, I would say you probably need about 200 points. So right away, you begin to see the advantages of joining at a higher level rather than coming in as a free contributor. Notice that of the top 10 or 15 people, platinum, 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 all of these are all platinum. There are some gold and there's one silver. So that's one of the things that you want to be aware of, is that depending on what your level is where you join, whether you paid $97 or less than that to be at silver or gold, that's going to give you a certain number of points. Remember, I said I had 410 points at this point. I could go up to the number 2 spot if I put all of my points into my gift. So that's one of the things that you can do, is that you can spread your points and figure out how to best leverage this. Now, likewise, let's look at a couple of other stats. For example, here are the site stats. Now, at this particular point, let's look right here. We have a total number of contributors. There are no unpaid members or any members, period, at this point, because none of the members have actually joined. Right now, we're just looking at contributors. So right now, there are 1,500 contributors. 1,400 of them are free contributors. That means that 32 are silver, 26 are gold, and 38 are platinum. So guess where all of the points are? It's with this last group of 96 people. They're the ones who have all the points because they paid for extra points. Now down here, when we look at the number of gifts, so for example, we've got 1,500 contributors. Right now, there are only 143 gifts. There are only 5 active offers. That means those dedicated sales pages that show up on a rotational basis every time somebody logs in, there's only 5 of those right now. So that would probably be a fairly good investment. There are only 35 active banners. Again, figure that each banner is going to appear. There's going to be 2 banners per page. 35 of them can rotate pretty quickly as people start logging in. And right now there are 34 profiles. So it looks pretty much like maybe about a third of those who have upgraded between silver, gold, or platinum, about a third of those have actually submitted banners or active profiles. And a very few number of them have actually put in active offers. So that's one of the things to be aware of, is that it looks like there's some opportunities here at this particular time for you to either offer an offer or do some banners or perhaps upgrade your profile. Right now, the gifts are fairly low in number. Now let me go back over here and look one more time at the gift stats, because here's one of the things that's important to you. In looking at the gift stats, if we go all the way to the bottom to 143, notice that look how many people have just 1 point. Just 1 point. So even if you decided that you were going to put 2 points into your particular gift, or let's say that you decided to put 30 points into your gift, now all of a sudden you're going to be on page 4 of the giveaways, because you're going to fall right in here into this category. So that's one of the things that you want to be aware of, is that it's fairly easy to jump over a large group of people by just contributing a few more points to that. And one of the easiest ways to do that is that you can come over here and you can buy extra points. So anytime you need more points, if let's say you're getting close to the next level or something like that, you can come over here and buy additional points. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to get from here to actually contributing the information that you need for each one of the categories.